Hi, this is Tommy Tsunami coming to you from High Touch High Tech in New Jersey. And we are doing some cool science experiments. And today's science experiment is the biggest one ever. It's about our expanding universe and the stars out there. Did you know that the universe is believed to be over 13.5 billion years old? And scientists have done from many experiments and observing stars over many years have shown that the universe has always been expanding ever since the beginning. And what is the beginning? The beginning that happened 13.5 billion years ago is called the Big Bang Theory. And the Big Bang Theory is what most scientists agree is the way the universe started, when all matter was in one area and all highly concentrated, then boom! Out it went and expanding, and it's been expanding ever since for all these years that we've had in the universe. And the universe includes everything, like, because of course our planets, our Earth, our sun, but that's just a small, tiny part of it. It includes all the stars out there, all the other galaxies that are in the universe, the billions and billions of stars that are out there, and all the other galaxies and places that we haven't even seen yet, including other galaxies that maybe we don't even know about yet, because it's such a vast, so far out there, we don't even know how big it is yet. And scientists have been studying the rate of the universe expansion by looking at stars and seeing how far they are apart over the years, and looking at light and how it travels. So it's a very cool, very big science. And scientists who study this are called cosmologists. They study the universe and the stars out there. And our star is the sun, of course, and it just gives us our light and our heat and our warmth and everything. But today, let's look at the stars and do two experiments. The first one called the expanding universe. We're going to show you, in a way, how some stars and the universe is expanding. Okay, I'm going to do it with this cool balloon here. Okay, so if we looked at our universe, say many billions of years ago, when it was just a small universe, and we saw some stars out there, which I'm going to draw some stars on this here. Okay, a little bit like this, and I'll show you in a sec. And maybe a swirly Milky Way galaxy out here, and some far stars out here. Take a look at that. So we have some stars here. In the universe, when it was young, these stars were a lot closer together. But now, as the universe is expanding, which we're going to show you with some more air, you can see that the stars are getting both bigger and they're getting further apart. And our galaxy, like our Milky Way galaxy is showing it, is getting bigger and bigger as time goes by. So look at this, if you look at this as a model of the universe, and our stars get bigger and expand. That's what's happening up in the sky up there, but at a very, very slow rate, of course. Stars keep getting bigger, and the stars are just a lot of energy and hot gases and heat and gas that is, and as the universe expands, it kind of pulls that apart, just like this balloon skin is pulling these stars apart here. So when you look up at the stars at night, tonight maybe, look up there and think about the stars and the fact that they're always stretching apart a little bit at a time, and our universe is getting bigger and bigger. Will it get to the point where it gets so big that it will just, no, because the universe, scientists believe, is infinite, or meaning that they can't even measure how big it is or how big it'll get. So don't worry about that. The universe has got plenty of room to grow. There's lots of energy and forces out there, and it'll keep spreading out and spreading out. So, as our universe expands and expands, over time, we'll see it keep bigger and bigger. Of course, but scientists measure time in a lot different way than we do in the days, because we're talking about millions and billions of years. So let's take a look now at just some stars that you can see at night. We're going to let our universe expand into infinity, and we're going to take a look at some stars here. So when you look up at the sky at night and you see the stars, you see that they kind of twinkle. You look up there and you see the stars twinkling. But if you look at a planet doesn't twinkle because a planet doesn't make its own light. Stars make their own light, and that light travels in a straight path till it hits our atmosphere. And when it hits our atmosphere, it's hitting all this air and different layers of the atmosphere. And that light that's coming from those stars, and however long it takes to travel here, it kind of bends when it hits the atmosphere. So stars twinkle because the light that's coming from them is bending when it hits our atmosphere. Planets don't twinkle because planets only show reflected light. Like our moon, when you look at our moon, it doesn't twinkle because the moon only shows light that's reflecting off the sun. So we're going to do an experiment to show you how stars twinkle, or why, to show this twinkle in stars. We're going to take a piece of black construction paper, a cup of water, and we'll need a flashlight and a little bit of aluminum foil. So what I do is I'm going to make some stars. I'm going to take some little pieces of aluminum foil, put them on here, flat on here, put them all in one area. All right. These are our stars. Now, when we shine the light on them, we'll see the reflex of them, but that's not accurate as far as how you see the stars at night. When you see the stars, you're looking at it through many layers of light traveling through the atmosphere. So now, when we look at the stars and we look at them through the water, the light is bending as it goes through the water. And you're seeing a little more of a twinkle effect when you look at the stars this way. Isn't that cool? Great.
That's cool.
Well, so guys, so today we talked about our universe and the fact that the universe is always expanding. And when you look at the stars at night, you see that those stars are always getting a little bit bigger, even though we can't really see that they're getting bigger because it takes a lot of time. But the stars in our universe is always expanding, getting bigger and bigger over time. And then we talked about how our stars twinkle at night, and that twinkling effect is how we see the light that's traveling in a straight line, and it hits our atmosphere, it gets bent a little bit, and it kind of looks like a twinkle when we look at it. So I hope you enjoyed this very cool lesson on our expanding universe, and maybe you'll look up in the sky at night and think about things a little different. So guys, thank you very much for joining us here at High Touch High Tech. Thank you.